On September 21st, 2024, Springfield, MA officers find a state-owned SUV with a destroyed rim and missing tire parked outside a casino. Initial investigation seems routine, until they discover the vehicle belongs to Hampton County Sheriff Nicholas Cochee.
Nicholas Cochee is the sheriff of Hampton County, Massachusetts, which is where the city of Springfield is located. The officers are able to get the sheriff to come out of the casino so they can investigate. However, the sheriff won't make it easy for them.
How you doing, Sheriff?
At this point, officers have a duty to initiate a potential DUI investigation and determine whether any state property was damaged under official use. Discovery of a government vehicle in disrepair on public property escalates scrutiny under internal policy and state law.
Good, very good. Good. Hi, Lieutenant Corey Mackey. What's that? Who's busting what?
They changed his tire.
Okay. Just to let you know, we came down to this.
Yeah.
We are recording, just so you know.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was coming around the corner, I popped the tires.
Do you know where? We're trying to,
right
we were
here.
looking to see where you were in the casino and everything, and
It's all good.
it's all good.
Changed his tire.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, the problem is, hang on for a second. Were you the one driving it?
No.
You weren't driving it?
No.
Okay. Who was driving you?
A friend of mine.
A friend of yours? He's in the casino now?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see that too. All right, but I need you to stay here for a second. All right, sir. None of us wants to be involved in this. All right, but I can smell alcohol
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
from your breath.
100%.
I've got this right here.
Yeah.
Everything's on camera. I got to take it by the numbers.
When Cochee arrives from inside the casino, officers detect the smell of alcohol, red eyes, and slurred speech. He initially denies driving, claiming a friend did, but quickly contradicts himself.
Change the tire.
I got to take it by the numbers. We're going to review. If your friend in there was driving, as you say, we'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him. Everything will be good. All right? What's that? Okay. All right, sit tight. All right.
Seriously? Okay. I'll tell you what. Leave the car here. Leave it.
Nope, sir. Sir, I'm going to ask you to stay here. Stay put, all right?
Why?
Till we figure this out. Because based on what I'm seeing here and smelling alcohol in your breath, I'm going to have to do an investigation through this, okay?
Okay.
All right? And if everything is fine, you know, if it determines that there's no...
Change the tire.
No, he's not changing the tire right now. Absolutely not.
You can change the tire.
He's not changing the tire yet.
Yeah. Okay. Want to go down our road, huh? Okay.
I want to take everything right by the numbers and by the book, sir. Okay? By the numbers and by the book, sir.
That's what we do.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It's clear by the sheriff's body language that he is likely secretly signaling for his lieutenant to deactivate his body camera, which the lieutenant refuses to do.
Right. And if at the end of it everything is good...
Stop turning towards me.
Oh, sir, just stand over here for me, all right?
I'm
Please.
going to go back in the front.
No, you're not going back in the casino. All right, sir. Sir, I understand you are the sheriff. I respect that immensely. But right now I'm conducting an investigation, okay? I need you to stay here and follow the directions,
100%.
okay? All right?
You can't pop the tire, huh?
What's that?
You can't pop a tire.
You're not going to be able to put a tire on that rim anyways. That rim is completely and utterly destroyed.
I got my guy.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Where, do you know where you ran
Yes, I
something
do.
over? Where was it?
Right up on the corner. And I took the turn.
Took the turn into here?
Yep.
Okay. There looks like there's a plant on there. Was there a plant that
Might have been.
might have been?
I don't know.
But that's where it was. So the remnants of the tires should
Yep.
be down. Should be down
I
that
don't
way. You don't know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Can I ask you where you're coming from today?
Springfield Country Club.
Springfield Country Club.
Yeah.
All right. The golf tournament?
No.
No, we're just there.
Was there playing golf?
We're there playing golf. Okay.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for another one of my supervisors. We can have
Okay.
two people here, okay?
Good.
All right. That way, everything's
No,
recorded,
it's all good. It's
everything's
all good.
inspected,
It's all
everything's
good.
going to be
It's
nice
all
and
good.
easy,
Yeah,
okay, sir?
It's all good.
All right. Officer Cotto. you head down to the corner at East Columbus and just see if there's any remnants of the tire there at all? That's where you were, and there was nothing there?
Yeah. The right may not be.
May not be where you hit it?
No, that's where I hit it, but
Okay. Did you, after turning in here and hitting it, did you drive anywhere else where we could find the tire?
no.
No? Okay. I'm just saying, the tire should be somewhere between where that was hit and here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll look.
You just do me a favor one more time. Just walk down there and then walk the whole way back to see if we can find the tire. Appreciate your understanding.
You're a good man.
I appreciate your understanding.
Yeah.
Someone coming over from Beacon. Okay. We're going to take a walk over where we're a little bit out of sight. Okay? No? How much you had to drink tonight, sir? Couple beers?
Yeah. Keep recording me. We're not going nowhere.
Okay. I'd like to ask you to do field sobriety.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Not going to happen?
I'm not driving. Yeah. Feel sobriety for what?
All right. What's that? Okay. Well, you drove in.
That was a long time ago.
He also refuses to perform a field sobriety test and declines a portable breathalyzer.
What's up, Nikki? I'm by my car. Bye-bye.
Sir, when you went into the casino, did you have any drinks in the casino?
Negative.
You did not have any drinks in the casino? Because that's what we're waiting on right now. We're trying to figure out if you went in and had anything inside.
Zero.
You had nothing inside, so anything was at the golf course?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, sir, can you come over here? I want to talk to you a little bit more. All right. I'd like you, I'm going to be very straightforward with you. All right. You came from East Columbus, you turned in here, we can't find the tire. Okay. That's fine. There's clear indications that that rim is pretty destroyed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. You got here about 6:40 something, 6:45, so maybe 25 minutes before you and I started interacting, somewhere around a half hour. You've got clear indications of alcohol consumption.
100%.
All right. I can tell that you've admitted alcohol consumption. You've got your speech a little bit slurred. All right. I can smell it coming off your breath. I can see the redness in your eyes. I'd ask you I'm going to ask you a second time if you will perform field sobriety so I can determine if you are safe to drive. Okay. I have a PBT that can sort this out right now.
Not going to happen.
Okay. So you're going to refuse field sobriety?
Refusing a field sobriety test in Massachusetts is not illegal, but under implied consent law, it can lead to automatic license suspension. Denying the test doesn't prevent arrest if officers observe probable cause signs of intoxication, which they clearly documented. Kochi's conflicting statements about who drove the vehicle further justify suspicion under OUI statutes, operating under the influence.
Sobriety. Yep. All right, you're not going to take the BBT. Yep. You admit alcohol consumption. All right.
A little bit.
Driving. Okay.
No, well,
okay.
If that's what you're,
all right. Well, then
assume.
Then at that point.
While the body cam footage is redacted, this is when the sheriff's official arrest takes place. The body cam resumes right after the sheriff is placed in handcuffs.
Your wallet's inside the car. We're going to go ahead and grab that for you. Okay. All right. Officer, can you just sit with him for a minute? I'll take him in my cruiser. All right. So this is your wallet right here. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in your pocket so you have it with you. Is there a phone somewhere that you'd like to bring? In my pocket, yeah. In your pocket? All right. Can I put this 10 in your vehicle so we don't have to take it? All right. So you got your wallet over here. This is your phone right in the back. All right, this is just a golf tee. I'm going to put that right in here as well. Okay. All right, we're going to walk down to my unmarked sergeant. I'm going to have you come with me as well. All right.
Stay at the towing, just let him fix it.
No, if they're able to fix it, we don't need to tow tow a county vehicle. If he's able to fix it and we can get somebody who is properly can drive it. All right, the keys are inside there. Stay with him for a sec.
After continued refusals and increasing evidence of impairment, Kochi is placed under arrest. The body cam briefly cuts out during the cuffing process, likely a redaction, but resumes as he is escorted to the cruiser and prepped for booking.
Sir, the keys are right in the middle. There's also a $50 bill. Do you want me to leave that in there? Yeah. Or do you want it with you? You're comfortable. Who do you want to take possession of that vehicle? Is it okay?
Yep.
That gentleman right there works for you?
It is.
He does? And they can arrange for someone to take it? Yep. That's fine. We can get out of here properly. That's fine. All right, come on down. It's going to be the black SUV at the very end. We're going to go right around. I'm going to put you in the front passenger seat, all right? I think I have a jacket on there. All right. Just make sure. Nope, nothing's there. It's actually clean. Second, sir. Oh, careful.
At this point, the arresting officer has enough evidence to justify custodial arrest for OUI, and the sheriff's non-cooperation strengthens the case. Though body cam redactions are standard during pat-downs or booking, departments must document why footage is withheld to maintain public trust.
You can move anything over there and just ride with me.
After a very awkward car ride, the sheriff is transported to the police station to continue with his booking process. Later that night, the lieutenant returns to the area surrounding the casino, as damage to a vehicle and scratch marks on the road were found that could be related to this incident.
We are trying to backtrack the path of the vehicle involved in the incident this evening. We did come across a vehicle with scrapes on it that does appear fresh. However, it has both white and hints of red to it. In the center line of the road, there are scrapes that appear consistent also with the tire rim that we viewed up ahead, and we're going to walk up looking at those scrapes as well. More scrapes in the middle of the roadway, consistent in path. More scrapes in the middle of the roadway, consistent with path.
If these scrapes lead to the location where they found the sheriff's vehicle, officers can be certain that this damage was caused by the sheriff himself, and may also be able to develop probable cause for leaving the scene of a crash. The sheriff was charged with operating a vehicle under the influence. It's unknown why the prosecutor did not seek a separate charge for leaving the scene of a crash. However, we are the first news organization to report on it. A local news network provides interesting insight into Sheriff Kochi's response to this incident.
Hampden County Sheriff Nick Kochi freely admits Saturday, September 21st, was not a good day for him. He was arrested outside MGM Springfield for driving while intoxicated and subsequently suspended for several days without pay.
I feel very blessed as the sheriff of Hampden County, but more importantly, as the person, Nick Kochi. There's no question 6 weeks ago was not one of my finest moments.
Kochi immediately took ownership for that behavior. Leaving court after his arraignment in late September, he pulled no punches, pointing the finger squarely at himself.
So today, I take full responsibility for what happened this past Saturday.
Now, some 46 days later, and after paying nearly $2,500 to cover the costs of repair to the state vehicle he was driving at the time, the sheriff is humbled by the outpouring of support and understanding from the community and says he won't let them down again.
And if there's a day that comes up and you don't show your best version, well, tomorrow you wake up and you make sure your version's better. And that's a lesson that I've kept with me my entire life, and it's one that has really helped me over the last 6 weeks continue to show who Nick Kochi is. Never mind the sheriff part. Who am I as a person?
Kochi, in his second 6-year term as sheriff, says he's resilient, strong, compassionate, and most of all, coming out of this experience, a better person.
Good people can make a bad decision. Let's not judge them on their bad decision. Let's judge them on who they are and how they respond to what they've done.
After his arraignment,
Sheriff Kochi later admitted to drinking at a golf event prior to driving. He took public responsibility, paid $12,500 in damages, and was issued a continuance without a finding, meaning if he avoids legal trouble for a year, the OUI charge will be dismissed. His license was suspended, and he was required to attend an OUI education program. Despite evidence of possible leaving the scene of a crash, no additional charges were filed. A continuance without a finding, CWOF, is often offered to first-time OUI offenders in Massachusetts. It avoids a conviction if terms are met, though it counts as a prior offense for future incidents. The decision not to charge him with leaving the scene is questionable, especially with physical evidence like rim damage and matching road scrapes. However, prosecutors often exercise discretion, and public figures may receive leniency, rightly or wrongly.